Hey, this morning I checked Amazon. I was going to buy a particular Galaxy Watch 4, but guys, it didn't get so far because I was looking at all the reviews. I was simply so distracted. It came as an average assessment to 2 out of 5 stars. Now, I'm not here to sugarcoat any known issues like the overheating. We discussed this already, but what I did realize by reading all these reviews that many people simply don't know many settings or maybe just don't know how to get around things, and especially with this new version, a merger of Tizen and Wear OS. So a lot of potential customers are looking to change maybe from an older or different Android watch or even an Apple Watch to this new Galaxy Watch 4 or Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, but feel themselves stranded. So hopefully I can help you today. Welcome to our community. We are here for you, and if you like what we do for you, leave us a like and a comment because we always appreciate that. First one up is Google Pay and Samsung Pay. When you receive a Galaxy Watch 4 for the very first time, you have Samsung Pay pre-installed. So far, so good. And holding down the back key button, on also known as the bottom button, will basically enable Samsung Pay. Obviously, prerequisite for this is you have Samsung Pay installed and enabled on your watch via your phone. If you want to enable Google Pay, ensure Google Pay is fully working on your phone first. Go to the Google Play Store on your watch, on your Galaxy Watch 4 or Classic, download Google Pay, the application itself, tap on it, open it, it will automatically redirect you to the phone. Make sure it is that phone where Google Pay is working. So now you have the possibilities to add cards, and I have a different tutorial out for this. Check it out somewhere here. I will leave the link. But once you installed Google Pay and you think it's working and you try to pay and it isn't working, follow this simple trick. On your watch, swipe down, go to settings, go to connections, go to NFC. Then payment, and here you will see that Samsung Pay is your default payment app. So no matter how many cards you basically added to your Google Pay account, unless you change this to Google Pay as your default option, you can stand in line and try as many times as you want. It will simply not work. Now, if you are like me and you have the strong desire to be free like a bird and have many choices, do the following. Enable Pay with Open Up. If you have Samsung Pay and Google Pay installed onto your watch, you can now use both without switching around. And by remapping the home button, you can basically have Google Pay on the top with a double click, Samsung Pay on the bottom on a back key with a longer click, and you can have both payment options installed and used at the very same time without switching around. Now, PIN code. You have to have a security measure enabled in order to use Google Pay or Samsung Pay. That is a must. I use a PIN code. I want to clear up something. I read many times that people say you have to enable it or use the PIN code every single time. That is simply not true. Basically, it's not true for me. Maybe it's different on your watch, but you only have to do this once. Basically, when you put on your watch, when you have it from a charger, for example, you put it on and you want to use it for the very first time, it doesn't matter if it is Google Pay or Samsung Pay, you want to actually get into the applications, you have to put the PIN code in. After this, you leave it on your wrist. You can pay as many times as you want with either payment application without putting a PIN code in. Once you decide to remove the PIN code for whatever reason, bear in mind it will automatically delete all your payment options and all your cards from the watch. So that means you have to start again if you want to use this as a payment option. One final word of caution when it comes to Google Pay. I have seen many people complaining that it doesn't work with non-Samsung phones. I don't know, I have Samsung phones, so keep that or bear that in mind in case you have something else. And if Google Pay isn't working, it may be that. Next one up is Samsung Health. And yes, there are many settings people simply can't find because you cannot find them in the phone or in the Samsung Health app itself. And the normal way you usually access this app on your phone is basically you swipe up and then you go on to your application, to your shelves, and you tap on it, and then you can see all your activities and whatever you have there. And if you scroll down to the bottom, right through the bottom, you can see settings. And the settings, that is the important part because the latest update has basically redesigned it and made it easier to access. And I'm going to show you right now. And again, swipe down, go to settings, and you will find Samsung Health in here now in the settings menu. That is new, that's just been done maybe a week or a couple of weeks ago with the latest update, but it makes sense because you can, when you tap on it, you go right into the settings for this app. You don't have any steps available because you have that on the main app. And why is this important? The options you see here are only available here. And notifications is kind of self-explanatory, right? But the important part here is your heart rate alert, which can be toggled on and off. So it is kind of off to start with. Make sure you have it on. If you tap on it, it will also be able to set it. You will also be able to set it to your desired heart rate, low and high alert. And next one is the measurements itself. How do you want to measure your heart rate, your stress level, your blood oxygen level? Everything can be found here. I have all on continuous measurement, and that's really important to me because that's obviously one of the reasons why I bought this watch, or maybe two. Moving one down is auto detect, and many people are really asking what exercises can we have in auto detect or for auto detect. So here we go. Last but not least is connected services, which means you can actually connect your Galaxy Watch 4 to an exercise machine or a TV if you wish to do so. This section is for our Galaxy Watch 4 LTE lovers. The settings I'm going to show you right now are the most important settings for this watch. Swipe down, go to settings, go to connections, scroll all the way down to mobile networks. You will find three options. Number 1, auto. Number 2, always on. Number 3, always off. Auto settings is pretty much doing everything automatically, meaning when you are connected to your phone with your Galaxy Watch 4 LTE using Bluetooth, it will just use the Bluetooth connection, the same as for the Wi-Fi connection. However, if you are out of range to your phone with your watch, it will automatically switch to LTE, the same as for Wi-Fi. As soon as you come back to your phone, it will automatically switch to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi again. As long as you are in range, your Galaxy Watch 4 LTE connected to your phone via Bluetooth will just be as your regular Galaxy Watch 4. There is no limitations. You can make your calls, you can have all the text and notifications. Everything is there, just like with the regular Galaxy Watch 4. It will not use any LTE or data selected here. Always on means LTE is always on, but you can still be connected to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in the settings above. That is all possible. So that means you still have always on LTE, but you're still connected to everything else. Always off means LTE is always off, and that is probably the most important settings for anybody who wants to save battery life. Because even in auto settings, you would expect that the battery life would just behave, or the battery would behave as a regular Galaxy Watch 4, but it doesn't. I can tell you from experience, you can basically discount, you take off 2 hours, even if you're still in range, even if you never left the house, even if it was never on LTE, you still have 2 hours difference, a negative difference to a regular Galaxy Watch 4. This is not using LTE, simply being on auto, simply being connected to Wi-Fi, and simply being connected to Bluetooth to your phone via Bluetooth. If you want to extend the battery life, have it on always off. Basically, the mobile network on always off. And then if you want to leave the house, or you say, okay, you're going to go jogging now, or you're going to go golfing for a couple of hours, put it on. And that's the best solution. It is kind of a workaround, but it is the only thing that is working now. And then it will behave like a regular Galaxy Watch 4 in terms of battery life. You still have a couple of more options when you go down in the menu, and you will find roaming, data roaming, and also data limit. That is important. You don't want to travel abroad and want to go somewhere, and maybe you live close to a border to a different country, and suddenly it logs into a different network and you get this bill you never expected to get. But this is something you can basically toggle on and off yourself. Hey, thank you for watching. Hopefully this was a bit helpful to you. And if it was, consider subscribing. We are an awesome community here, and we really help each other. Until next time, I miss you. Peace out.